Hello YouTubers, it's Michelle, and I'm here today with a very belated rack share. Before I get started, I did want to let everybody know what was going on with me and why I have been so absent from YouTube lately, and why it seems like I may have been slacking with some of my design team commitments for diemonddies and such. As many of you who might follow my channel might know, my dad was recently diagnosed with cancer back in February. Um, the beginning of February, he had a colonoscopy because he was having some problems, and it came back that he had colon cancer. And they wanted to make sure that the cancer had not spread, and they did some tests, and when they did the tests, they also found out that he also had throat cancer, and it was a totally different type of cancer. Did not come from the colon cancer. It was just two totally different types of cancer. Had they not done the PET scan to see if the colon cancer had spread, they probably would not have known anything about the throat cancer until it would have been entirely too late to have done anything about it, because it was a very aggressive type of cancer. It spreads very quickly, and by the time they actually found it, they said that they were going to have to do surgery, and they were going to have to remove his vocal cords and his vocal box. They thought that they were going to do that surgery first because they were more concerned with that type of cancer because it was a more aggressive type, but actually it was the colon cancer that was giving him the problems and causing him the pain. So after some discussion with both the throat doctor and the colon doctor, they decided to go ahead and do the colon surgery first and remove the tumor from there. They decided to do that surgery on April the 1st. My dad went in and had the tumor removed from his colon, and they had to give him a colostomy bag, which they said that later on they would reverse. But they said that with this big as the tumor was and stuff, they had to go ahead and do this then, and then later on, after he'd healed and everything, they could go in there and reverse that and everything. And when he got out of surgery, everything was fine. He was fine. He seemed like himself pretty much. Of course, he was groggy. He was in some pain, but he was doing very, very well when he first came out of surgery. So the doctor was very, very optimistic. Said the surgery went really well. Didn't even know if he was even going to have chemo, radiation for that surgery, or for that cancer, or anything. So thought it all went well. The third day was going pretty smoothly. Actually, the third day, the doctor came in and said that he would probably be released the next day, which we actually thought was kind of soon. But he said that he was doing really well, and that he may release him the next day. Well, that night they had some problems with his heart rate, and he was also running a slight bit of a fever. So the next day they did not release him, and they kept him. And he did fine during the day, but that evening, again, he had problems with his heart rate and stuff. So I believe this was Thursday. Then the following day, which was Friday, I ended up staying at the hospital with my mom overnight that Friday night, because my mom never left the hospital. And I spent the evening up there, spent the night, and as the time progressed over the night and stuff, he wasn't feeling as good as he had when I first got there, and you could tell he was in a lot of pain, and they were still having problems with his heart rate, and he was still running slight fever, and so anyway, we got through the night. The next day, everything was going or the next morning they woke us up. Sorry, the next morning they woke us up, Saturday morning they woke us up and said because of his heart rate and stuff, they were going to move him up to the heart unit of the hospital. And they were going to keep a close eye on him up there. So we got everything packed and everything in the room, and took him up to the other floor, got him all in there and everything, and the nurse came in a little bit later and said everything was looking really good, that his heart rate was back to normal, I guess, and everything was going really, really good. So my uncle and my brother come up there, and me and my mom decided to come home, and my mom was going to take a shower, because, like I said, she'd been at the hospital since that Tuesday, and this was Saturday. She never left, and so she decided to come home, take a shower, and I came home, and I decided I was going to stay home and clean up the house, because we thought that he was going to be coming home within the next day or so, and they had said that when he come home that we would have a visiting nurse come to help us and stuff with different things and stuff. So I decided I would stay home, and I would get the house straightened up and everything, and in nice shape and everything for when he came home. And so when we had the nurse coming and everything, the house was all cleaned up. So my mom went back up to the hospital, and I stayed home. And I'd been home for several hours, and I got a call from my mom, and she told me I needed to get to the hospital right away, and something just wasn't right, and that I needed to get there. Well, as you guys know, I do not drive, so my best friend, who'd been so great about taking me back and forth to the hospital and everything, this happened to be the day of her daughter's junior prom. So I called her, and she was out taking pictures. So I told her, I said, don't leave, I'll go next door and I'll ask my neighbor if she can take me. And she said, well, if you can't get a ride, then you call me back and I'll be right there to take you up there. I said, okay. So I went next door, and my neighbors, they're so, so sweet. She, no hesitation, said, yeah, I'll take you up there. So she brought me up there, and she actually came up to the hospital, or came in the hospital with me and stuff, because I didn't know what I was walking into. I had no idea. All I knew is my mom told me I needed to get there, and that things weren't looking good. So I got there, and my mom had called my sister, and she met us up there. My brother, I believe, was already there. And we went into the room, and my dad was in just really awful shape. He didn't know, I don't think he really knew who we were, and he was trying to get out of bed. They were trying to restrain him down, and he was like a madman, is what I would put it as. And he kept saying, I seen it, I seen it, I seen it. And I kept asking Dad, what did you see, what did you see? And the only thing I could keep thinking was he was coming in and out of something. And all I've ever heard is people that have near-death experiences, they see the light. And that was the first thing that came to my mind. And I thought, please don't tell me you seen the light. So I'm sitting there thinking, please don't tell me that's what you see. And he wouldn't tell me what he seen, so I don't know. And he was just, like I said, he was a crazy man. He was trying to get out of bed, and like I said, they were trying to restrain him. We're sitting there telling him, the doctors are trying to help you, Dad. You have to lay down. You have to listen to the doctors. Your heart rate's crazy, and you have to settle down. So the doctor came in and said that they were afraid that something had came loose from the operation, and that they wanted to go in there and check everything, and that there was maybe a possibility that maybe some infection had set in, and if so, they needed to take this tube down and then try to drain that out, which might have been, I guess, the cause of the fever. So we were like worried then because of the throat cancer, because every time since we had found out that they found the cancer in the throat, we had to be very, very careful. The doctors had to be very careful about putting him under and putting the tube in his throat to make sure that they didn't shift the tumors in his throat and cause more damage there. So we're worried about them putting this tube down their throat, and they explained to us that it was a smaller tube than what they do when they put you out in surgery and stuff. So I talked to my mom, and I told my mom, I said, this is something that I think he has to have, and they said it's a smaller tube, and everything has went fine so far, as far as them getting tubes down his throat. I think we should do it. So we decided to go ahead and do it. And so they took us down to the ICU waiting room, and we waited for him to come out of surgery. This was on a Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening. This was late Saturday evening, and then after he came out from surgery, they let me and my mom, my brother, and my sister go directly back to ICU and see him. And again, he was just a crazy madman. Again, he acted like he didn't know who we were, and was wanting to get up, and they were threatening to put restraints on him, and it was awful. It was awful. He had this glare in his eyes that just, I will always remember till till my dying day, I guess. And it was the most horrible thing. And, of course, we're trying to comfort him and tell him that everything is going to be okay, that the doctors are doing things to help him and everything. So they finally got him sedated, and we let him rest and everything. We went back into the ICU waiting room and waited, and this went on for a day and a half. We waited in the ICU room, and of course took turns going back and being with him, and he never came back to, he never regained, I guess, consciousness after that, and he passed away on early Monday morning, at about between 3 and 3:30 in the morning, and it was the most horrible thing that I've ever went through in my entire life. It was awful. I couldn't wish this on my worst enemy to ever have to go through. But it was awful. It was really just a bad experience, and I'm trying to keep from crying here, because this is just a really, really hard thing. And so anyway, he passed away, like I said, on April the 7th, 3-something in the morning. So we had to, do the funeral thing and all of that. And as you guys know, I still live at home, so it's like every day is a constant reminder of him. There's always something here to remind me of him, always. And no matter where I look or what I go to do, there's just something there to remind me of him. And it's just been very, very difficult. So I wanted to first apologize to Dee at Diamond Dyes for being such a slacker on my Diamond Dyes. Design new projects. She's been such an awesome person to work with. She's been so understanding. Secondly, I want to apologize to the ladies on the Diamond Dyes design team, because they have been such troopers and such wonderful and caring and considerate, kind, and understanding people. They've not messy to Dee and said, why is Michelle slacking, because, most of them didn't know what was going on. And, they just, they understood, and they knew that if I was slacking and that I wasn't pulling my weight at the time, that there was a good reason for that, and there was. And, they just never questioned it. So I want to thank all of you ladies for being so kind and considerate, because I totally appreciate it. And to my viewers of my channel, who've been tuning in and waiting to see projects and stuff using the dyes and things, I want to apologize to you as well. I'm very, very sorry, but, family's first. And this was just a really difficult time, and it still is a very difficult time. And I just can't thank you all enough for being so kind and considerate. So during all of this, I received a very, very sweet RAK from one of my fellow design team members, Laura, who is Laura Loves Laces here on YouTube. And she'd actually sent me a RAK during the time that my father was in the hospital, and when we thought things were going okay, you know, and that he was going to be alright and everything. She sent me some happy mail, and I've opened the package because it didn't have her name on it, and I didn't know who it was from, and I opened it up, and there was a card in there, and that's when I realized who it was from. But there's a whole package of goodies in there, and I've not looked to see what it is because I wanted to do it on camera, and I've just not felt like it, and I totally apologize for that, Laura. But I wanted to open it because, like I said, it's very, very belated, and I wanted to get this over and done, and I just wanted to let her know how much I appreciated it. And she had also been really sweet and kind and sent me a card after my dad had passed away as well, and I wanted to share that as well. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Excuse me. And I'm going to show you the package that she sent me. First of all, I'll show you this sweet card that she sent me. It's so cute. This is the package that she sent me in the beginning. And I think it's just adorable. She used some of the diamond dyes, many must-haves, little butterflies and stuff. She did some, I think, some stamping. And I think the little clouds with the little raindrops made out of stickles are adorable. And she does just an awesome job at her little images that she stamps and does her coloring. I just think they're so cute. And this is actually, I believe, my very first card with a little girl image on it. So, you know, I see all you ladies do all these lovely cards with the little girl images. So this was actually my very first card with a little girl image because I'm not good at coloring and stuff like that. So I don't do this kind of stuff. So this will definitely be treasured, Laura, and I will definitely be putting it on display with all my other cards that I've received from other people, and all the pretty things that they've made me in the past and stuff. So anyway, this is the outside of the card, and it just says, "Hey girly." And then there's a note on the inside, so I'm going to put that towards the back. And then this is the inside. And if you can't read what it says, "Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It is about learning to dance in the rain." And it's just a really, really pretty card. So that's it. And then there's the back. She stamped it with her little stamp. It says handmade by her. And then I'm going to look in here and see what kind of goodies she sent me, because like I said, I've not opened this package and looked. So it looks like she sent me a stamp set with some brackets. It would be really nice to use on projects. These are really super cute. These are some like acrylic accents. She sent me one in blue and one in pink. Very, very pretty. She sent me the Lime's Eye Breeze 6x6 collection. I don't have this one, Laura, so this is really pretty. I like these colors too, the gray and the yellow and the black. Very pretty. She sent me some of these. Let's see, it's called Caitlin chipboard buttons. These are really cute. I think I actually have this paper collection. I believe it's an older collection from Crate Paper. I believe I actually have this collection, and I don't think I have these embellishments to match, so those will come in quite handy. Oh, these are really pretty. These are some Prima flowers. They're really, really pretty. I don't know if you can see on camera or not, but they've got like sparklies on them. Very, very pretty. I like those colors too. She sent me some Recollections jewels. sent me a Studio G brown ink pad, which will definitely come in handy because, as you guys know, I love to ink everything, and I usually do use brown ink. And this stuff might have fell out of this. She sent me this envelope here. It's opened up, so I don't know if she already had it opened or if it just came opened in the package, but okay, let's see what's in here. She sent me some pearls. Oh, there's my kitty cat Sammy. He's wanting to make an appearance. Hello, Sam. She sent me some pretty flat back flower trims. These are really pretty. Those would be nice for Easter projects and spring projects. Pretty colors. Some little package of buttons. Love buttons. Some miscellaneous, it looks like chipboard pieces. Those would be fun to go through. And these look like they might be some miscellaneous, like decorative buttons and stuff. Looks like this envelope may just be a whole lot of different little doodads and stuff, which are always fun to play with. There's some little baby rattles and some bling and a bingo chip. Some more bling. Just fun little doodads. These are always fun to play with. And then this looks like it might be some charms and some beads and stuff. So, really, really sweet package, Laura. Thank you so, so much. And now I want to show you the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, card that she sent me after my father passed away. I was just really touched with this card, Laura. First of all, I'll tell you what it says, and then I'll show it to you. It says, I can't imagine what you are feeling, but I am here for you. And it's a stamp, and I love that stamp saying. You're gonna have to tell me where you got those stamps, because that is just a really great saying for, you know, times like this and stuff. You know, we all have a time in our lives where we need a certain card like this and we don't know what to say, and I just think that that was a really great saying for a time like this. So I really want to know where you got those stamps out, Laura. And then on the inside it says, those we love don't go away, they walk beside us every day. So again, this is such a beautiful card. Once you see it, you'll understand why I say that. So here it is, and I just think this is so pretty. And she actually used some of the diamond dyes. Actually, she used a lot of them. She used the fence and the tree, the mini must-haves with the little flower and the butterfly and the birds, and the grass dye. So just super cute. But look at this little image. I love this image. So again, another little girl image card to go to my display on my shelves in my scrap room. And this is just so, so pretty. Again, excuse me. So really, really pretty. And then I'm gonna flip this because she's got a note on this, and it has her number and stuff. I don't want to share that with everybody, but this is the inside of the card, and it's, you know, so, so pretty too. I mean, she just decorated it all up. So, so pretty. I'm getting read what this says. Let's see. For it was not into my own ear you whispered, but into my heart. That's what it says down here at the bottom. So, so pretty, and this paper is really pretty too. I want to know what paper that is that you used, because look at the back. The back's really pretty. I love that paper. So that is the card. So again, like I said, I want to apologize to everyone. I want to say thank you so, so much for everyone who has been so supportive throughout all of this, and who has sent me thoughts and prayers and your well wishes and everything. My inbox is full of messages, and I have not felt like responding to them quite yet. So please, please, please give me some time, and I promise that I will. You know, it's one of those things where people ask, how are you? And, you know, of course you always want to say, oh, I'm doing fine, I'm doing great, or, you know, I'm doing okay. And I don't feel like saying that yet, you know, it's really, really hard. And like I said, living here, and seeing things that remind me of him every single day, it's really, really hard. And yesterday was Easter, so it was the very first holiday that we spent without him. And, you know, I know it's gonna be hard for a while, and it's gonna take a while before things start feeling normal, if they ever do feel normal again. You know, I don't know what normal is gonna feel like now, you know, without him, not seeing him every day. It's very, very hard. So, I think that's it. I also wanted to say, that I'm very, very sorry, that I have not welcomed, the April designer, guest designer for Diamond Dyes. Her name is Els, and I will have her blog link down below and her YouTube channel down below. And she's the guest designer for Diamond Dyes this month for April, and she's done some beautiful projects. And you need to go visit her blog, because she's got some beautiful projects that she's done for both Diamond Dyes and projects that she's done in the past. And she's a very, very creative lady. So I wanted to welcome Els to, the guest sorry about that, guest design team this month, and tell her that she's just done some really, really outstanding projects that I've seen, thus far. And I believe there are a few others that I've not seen yet, because I've just not been up to date with YouTube at all, been totally out of whack with it. And I also wanted to mention, if I haven't mentioned before, that we also have a new lady who has joined our design team. She joined it, actually, I believe, back in either February or March, I'm not sure. But it is Leonie, who is my passion for paper here on YouTube. And I wanted to welcome her to the design team and tell her how honored and flattered I feel just to be a part of a design team that she is on. So, because I know all I have to do is say the name Leonie, and you all probably know who she is. But just in case you may not have heard her, I will have her link down below. But she just does some awesome, awesome things. So, I think that's it. Again, it's going to take me some time to get back in the groove of things, so please be patient with me. And again, those of you who sent me messages and things, please don't feel like I'm ignoring you or anything. It's not that at all. It's just, I haven't felt like sitting down and just responding to those messages yet, because I haven't even opened it, because I know what they're going to say. How are you doing, you know? And I just haven't felt like dealing with that yet. And I promise you that I will get back with you. And I just wanted to check in with everybody, let everybody know what was happening, what was going on. And, you know, again, like I said, apologize to everyone if you thought that I've been slacking, or wondered where I've been or where my projects have been, and let you know what was going on. And I guess that's it. So, hopefully it won't take me too long to get back in the groove of things. I know that Diamond Dyes is going to be having a jar challenge next week. It's going to start, I believe, Sunday the 27th. And it's going to run the whole week. And each design team member is going to do a different project with a mason jar. And it's going to be Mother Day themed. And I am going to participate in that. I then told Dee that I would participate. So hopefully that will get me started back to getting into the groove of things. So definitely look forward to that. Definitely go check out Laura's page, because, you know, she's the sweetheart that sent me this card and all the other lovely goodies in the other card as well. And I will have a link to all the other to the guest design team else, and I will have a link to all the other design team members who joined me on the Diemonddies design team, so you can check them out as well, because they all do fabulous work, and they're wonderful and sweet and caring ladies, and I just can't say enough about them. So thank you all again for being so kind and understanding, and look forward to seeing you back on YouTube eventually, I promise. Bye bye. Have a great day.